Okay, legends, welcome back to Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade for another video. And this time, I got so many questions, and I thought it was normal. Everybody are through that stage or at stage like chapter 5 and chapter 4 is completed and stuff. Apparently, a lot of you are stuck on chapter 4. Some of you are stuck at chapter 3 by the end of chapter 3. This is chapter 4. And chapter 3 is here, and there's a lot of rewards. Plus, I didn't do that. I should do it. It's easy for me right now. Yeah, I know there's a deficit in power, if you're gonna say here, but it's not happening to me right now because the game is about strategy. As you see, chapter 4 we did defeat it, and we went into chapter 5, and we're gonna continue like that. And as you see, the power, so if we want to go and check the formation, the power of the enemy at 9,800, we are at current 6,000, so almost double our CP. So if we're gonna go and check the next battle, it's at 10,000 and we're at 6,000. I became 6,000 right now. I was 5,800 because I did an upgrade actually, and the upgrade is for the skill of Gojo. As you see, I'm just upgrading Gojo's skills, getting his levels. I'm not gonna put too much levels right now because I want to do summons, and if I get the buffer that I want, absolutely my game would change. And I'm putting every point that I get to his skills. So as you see, I continue that, and he's the only one that I'm upgrading. Everybody else are low. So he's at level 30. My tank, my panda that we claimed, I'm not upgrading him yet. I don't want to upgrade him. I'm keeping him there. This is the character that I'll be pushing and upgrading actually. This is one of the great supports in the game and late game as well. In Japan, we've seen that he was a little bit of meta, oh, not a little bit, he's a meta character, and another character that is a meta character, and they're using them. Of course, you're gonna get SSR buffers that are great and debuffers that are great. He's a buffer as well. So if we're gonna go and check his skills, absolutely amazing skill. This is the skill that I want to talk about, which is the tutorial. Applies 27.8 physical technique, increase to all allies for 4 turns, and 27%, 20 or 28 almost percent of curse technique, increase to all allies for 4 turns, which is absolutely amazing. Every level, the technique increase by 2.0. This is the basic skill that I'm using, and of course you can use his third skill, which deals range attack and blah blah blah. There is a debuff. We don't care about the debuffs, we don't care about anything, we care about his buffing. His buffing technique is super important at the start of the game, especially if you got him, if you pulled him, and he's easy to get. Yaga is not something like is very hard to get. You can get him easily from the gacha. I have a lot of points. Unlock all. Yes, we're gonna unlock all because we're gonna give him some levels. And actually, if we unlock this, he gets, okay, we have a lot. We have a lot. He's one of the characters that I'll be build and I'll be keeping up and continuing. So let me upgrade him to here. You see, I didn't even upgrade him, and I was absolutely crushing these chapters. Oh my god, I'm not gonna use these right now. I can level him up maximum to 33. I'm not gonna level him up right now. I'm gonna keep leveling him from the stages. Other than that, I'm using a little bit of poison. So this character, I'm not leveling him at all. I just put him on the team from level 1. He went to level 24 by passively winning every chapter or every stage, because the stages give you EXP, and he is getting leveled. His skills, which I'm playing this skill, which is applies attack nullification to self for a total of 2 times in 3 turns, and applies 111 curse technique increase to self for 3 turns, which is a buff and increased curse technique. And then you're gonna get and hit an AoE, and you apply poison. Where is it? Poison to all enemies, which is it triggers for 3 turns, which is really good. DPS is something amazing in the start, and I got 2 copies of him, so I'm using him. I'm using her as well as a backup. I'm not depending on her. And my tank, what's the thing that I'm using with my tank? I'm using his taunt. Why I'm using his taunt? Because I want him to take damage. This is why I'm leaving him at low HP. I'm using his damage, and I'm using this memory on him actually. When turn starts, if self HP is no more than 50% and can be used only 1 time in battle, applies 25% physical technique increase to all allies for 2 turns. So when it procs on him, I go ham, use my ultimates and everything. I time it correctly, so it works for me. Other than that, I'm using this memory as well. I think this memory triggered upon using any command, skill, or ultimate applies 30% ultimate gauge fill rate increase to all allies for 2 turns. I start immediately with that. It means we get more gauge on our units, on our Goju, so we can do the ultimate immediately. I'm using it on my support, so I buff at the same time and use this one and fill the gauge until the end of the battle, or not until the end of the battle, for 2 turns, which is absolutely insane. Let me hear, because we upgraded him, so we're gonna claim some rewards, and here we go. Yep, and he goes to 3, rank 3 or rank 4? Rank 4, okay, great. Now he's upgraded and he has more stats. His buffs are amazing, and that will help us. And we unlock something in the album? Yes, okay, because we upgraded him, and we can play it and then skip, and I'll check it out later. Let's continue for the sake of the video. I'm enjoying my time. Everything is easy. It's only strategy. The only thing that you need to think about is reading and knowing strategy. What is this? Oh, another story. Okay, but we're gonna summon, so I'm gonna collect these. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, which is actually super good. So if you think that you should go only full attack, how to protect my lineup, not letting them die, you don't care about your lineup, you don't care about anything, you only care about buffing Gojo to the maximum, and he's gonna do everything for you. Wow, okay, we're at 6,000. Let's go and do some gacha summons. I hate the paid shenanigans. But yeah, let's continue here since we have 30 points already. SR guaranteed. Here, is there SR? Yes, of course, SR guaranteed. So hopefully I'm gonna get the R character that I desire. There's an R character that I want. He's a buffer, he's a major important character. We got an SSR. Okay, we got his recollection. And did we get him? Did we get him? We didn't get him. Okay. Okay, we're getting more dupes and dupes of him, and we draw again, and yes, we're gonna be left with 230. Okay, did we get him? We still didn't get... we got him, finally. He's my major buffer right now. He's an unbelievable, insane unit. Okay, he deals damage. Forget about the damage. I think this is applies 25% damage taken, decrease to target allies for 1 turn, so he will save us, and applies cursed energy recovery, recovering 10 cursed energy every turn to all allies, then self for 2 rounds. So this is the main thing that I want to use with him. His ultimate applies cursed technique increase to all allies other than self for 3 turns, 1 time for 3 turns. So he's the greatest R rank buffers, and we got another copy of him that will make me upgrade him again. So let's go back and gonna put him on our main lineup right now. So let me upgrade him first of all. You get an awakening. Yes, sir. Okay, that's it. And you, sir, is my new buffer. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna upgrade his grade. So I'm gonna do this and then we're gonna hop into the gameplay. Okay, everything is set. Now, first of all, why do you need to finish chapter 4 and go to chapter 5? Because you're gonna unlock this labyrinth mode, or unlimited but limited to 5 areas. So 5 areas, you're gonna go and defeat them. It at 11,800. I don't think I can do that, so I think, let me check if I can go and actually see. Yes, so I'm gonna drop her, add him instead, and he's gonna be on the main lineup, swapped with him, and that's how we're gonna play them. And I'm gonna give him a support card as well, so we're gonna go and check what do we have here as support cards, because we have already a support card. I'm gonna give him this one. This one is the buffer, yeah? So applies 2% damage dealt increase to all allies for 2 turns. Yes, of course, I'm gonna use one. This is my best option, or I think the other best option is using something like defensive, which is this one. Nope, not this. Of course, you're not defensive. You're not defensive. Which one? His one. His one is defensive. Applies 10% damage taken decrease for all allies for 1 time. I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna use this actually, and this will help me a little bit with sustain or for increasing the damage. 2%. I know it's not huge, but it's also good. So I can't defeat this. This is level, this is 11,000. The deficit is huge, so we can leave actually. Retreat. Status of character and recollection bits will be restored to the status before the battle. Okay, yeah. I don't want to lose here, because if you lose a character here, you can't use them anymore in the area if you progress. So we're gonna go back and the event. Go and try to do the event. I finished the normal event and now I'm on hard stage. Finish it all and you will get a little bit of exchange. So the current prize pool is this. And in the future, the second one, nothing. The third one will give you a ticket. Fourth one, ticket. A lot of materials that you need. And here you're gonna get this and plus 2 tickets. And then, what is this? 1 ticket. At 7, I think it's 4. Then we get how much? No tickets anymore. Just rewards and keep going and going and going. So do that. Let's do the 40, okay? So 8 times. You can do the 10. Yeah, 10 times. So here we go. Can we get it? We didn't get it. And can we exchange again? No, that's it. So we did 48, which is great. About stamina, I know you don't want to use diamonds to refresh stamina and stuff. Early game, you need to do that, especially if you're progressing very fast. Let's go and try to do this one with the lineup that I told you about. So let me change order first of all. You go here, completed, and we're gonna use my man, and we're gonna use his memory. What's this memory? Crit rate for ultimate skill. I don't want to use it for ultimate skill actually. I'm gonna use this one. Gojo, I'm using on him the crit rate. So upon triggering using an ultimate skill, apply 7. No, that's not the one. This is the one that I want to use. So this one. Upon triggering command skill or ultimate, applies 60% crit rate increase for self, which is great. And here, I don't want to use this. This is the one for physical 3 turns. Is this for the 3 turns? Yeah, for 3 turns. I want to use this one because not this one, not this one. My bad. I forgot which one was it. This one. What about the start of HP drops? Yes, this is the one that I want to use. Okay. Let me put it again. Here we go. So whenever he drops on HP, we buff the entire team. This buffs and this buffs the entire team. He buffs the entire team. He buffs the entire team. Gojo is the team. Nobody else is the team. I take taunt with him on the second turn. I'll be showing you how I do it. Yes, we're gonna play. I'm gonna go and watch them again. I'm watching the story. I'm reading the story. It's absolutely great. But for purposes of the video, I don't want to make it too long. So I'm gonna go and immediately do that. So here we go. As you see, I'm not playing on auto because it's a little bit hard to play on auto while you have all of these buffs to control them. I'm gonna do that. No, we're gonna buff yourself. We're gonna do the recollection and buff you. And defensive or offensive buff, we're gonna take first. Defensive buff. Offensive buff, we're gonna use it afterwards. So here we go. All right. Nice guard. Okay. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna do not now the crit. Gonna do damage, and we're gonna do the offensive buff right now. Okay, I need to put Gojo behind them so they buff, but after buffs always go before attacks, so keep that in mind. So here we go, damage. We're gonna use, so the third turn, if we don't have the ultimate, we can use a buff. We're gonna kick. We're gonna do the defensive barrier. No, we're gonna attack, because we're gonna buff again later. Okay, everybody's surviving because of the defensive buff. Let me give a taunt. Yes, buff yourself and use this to increase the attack. Buff him again. Defensive buff we don't need. We need attacking buff. So we're gonna try this before. So here we go. Oh, increase. That's good for 2 turns. And the ultimate also buffs everybody. So we're gonna do a buff, and a buff as well. Here we go. After this, we're gonna launch the ultimate. You're gonna tell me all of these buffs, what are you doing? Yes, these actually what works. This is what worked for me. So yes, we're gonna use your ultimate. We're gonna use your ultimate. We're gonna buff, and we're gonna attack buff as well. And let's go and check how the damages go actually with all of these buffs. Even Panda did good damage. They don't deal this much damage, the normal characters. Gojo is the only one that deals that insane amount of damage. Let's check how much. 40k, I just wiped him. And my friends telling me they're stuck, they can't do anything. Just buff Gojo. Oh my god. That was crazy. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so good with games. Oh my god. Just buff Gojo and everything will be happy dandy. Oh my god. Okay. And this is double our power. This is almost double our power. We're at 7k now, they're 11k. We're gonna do that later. I'm just showcasing how you can use these. Absolutely fantastic. Don't forget, this character is absolutely huge. His buff is absolutely huge. So applies 28% physical technique increase to all allies for 4 turns and 27. And I think it could stack because when I use it on top of each other, so I can't use it, it stacks. I don't know if it stacks. Let me know if it stacks. I don't know. I think it stacks from what I saw, but probably it might not. So let me keep you at 30. Great, because we're gonna get achievements. And yeah, that's basically it. That's what I wanted to see, and you can switch here and check their power and the shenanigans and their levels and everything. And I forgot, I didn't even upgrade my recollections that I got. Is there anything that I'm using? Nothing that I'm using actually to upgrade, so I'll keep them like this. And yeah, let me know about your progress. Let me know if you're stuck, if you're doing good. Let me know if you're gonna use buffers. Use buffers, please, because it's the meta. Using buffers and the Gojo. And the tank is buffing because I'm using a memory on him that allows him to drop on HP and buff the entire team. And don't worry if you didn't get a tank, use any other buffer. If you get 3 buffers and Gojo, you're absolutely fine. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.